This is Lord of Mafka, aka Rogan Osrine, back at you with another video. And in today's video, I want to talk about why healing from your past is very difficult. And this is really the case for most modern men. And we all know that every human being on this planet goes through something. They have some type of vendetta, some ego. They have a life external event happening that they're having to battle against. But this is really the case for a lot of men in today's society. We lack the resources, we lack the type of understanding, the care that men really need in today's world. So when you find yourself trapped in a society to where you have to really degrade yourself just to fit in, it seems nearly impossible to just heal totally. So that's why I say one of the best ways to heal is really what a lot of men don't think about is really spending time just looking at your own thoughts, observing your own emotions, asking yourself, why do I still want and just desire these things that I already know that have just brought me strife and a bunch of misery in my life. So that's one of the ways that you have to go about healing yourself. And one of the things that's going to make healing seem impossible is if you're around a lot of toxic family members. You're dealing with a lot of people at your work who are not so keen on your presence. Those are things that are going to affect your psyche and make you think, damn, I'm really not that special. I'm useless. I'm nothing to no one. And it just keeps eating you up on the inside. And I hate to see a lot of us men in this type of emotional state all the time, because a lot of you guys are some of the most strongest guys around with the comments that you lead about the stuff that you've been through, such as along with myself, right? And that's why I say you really have to start looking inside internally and reinventing yourself, because the way that your parents taught you, the things that you've learned from your friends, the things that everyone else is telling you to follow and that will solve your problems is 98% of the time not going to solve your problems. Because we have to stop looking to the outside world for confirmation and to give us that validation checkpoint, like, oh, this is what you're doing well, you should be feeling this way emotionally, you should think this way, you should write this way, you should talk this way. Those are things that you have to stop doing, because that is how everyone conditions you. The more importance that you place on other people and their opinions of you, and the more type of care and urgency you feel for other people, the more they are in control of you and the more that they can disappoint you. So let that sink in for just a second. So this is where it comes to just separating yourself from the herd totally and going about your own way and not being depressed by it. You see, a lot of men make the mistake of thinking that this information is negative, it's just doom and gloom. Oh, it's just so over with. That's not really the just important aspect of it. The most important aspect of embarking on this life, by yourself alone, is rediscovering who you are as a human being, looking at all of the type of generalizations, how you were confined into a box. Confined, I mean, very late right now as I'm recording. So, looking at how you were confined into a social box, you were told if you don't act this way, if you're not quiet enough, if you're speaking too much of your mind, then you're an enemy, you're a bad child, and you're just going to be punished for it. And those are things that you really have to start looking at all of the negative experiences that you've went through, not just in dating, not just in mingling with your friends, but with your parents as well, with things that you see on TV. Like, what do you see around you that makes you feel bad? Those are things that you need to start asking yourself. What makes your head hurt? What makes your body start feeling weak inside? Are you getting enough sleep? Are you eating healthy? Are you taking care of your body? Those are the things that you have to start focusing more on, because the more you start focusing on those things, the more you can start to see, wow, I've really been trapped and just controlled and damaged by people to a just big extent that I didn't even know of. And this is why I say you have to start getting on your own alone for the sole purpose of re-engineering yourself to become a better person for yourself. Because trying to show off, trying to be this person who wants to save the collective minds of people, you want to always be proven right about things. You want to have these little fancy and quirky arguments with people. And I know we all do it. We all have the mindset of, let me correct this person, let me go out my way and try to give my intellectual opinion. But at some point in your life, you have to start to come to the conclusion of, what is all of that doing for me when I'm wasting my time and my intellectual energy on a person who should already understand it? We see the proof that society is not going to a good place. We see that there are more lonely people nowadays in the Gen Z, the millennial generation. Heck, we could say all, but mostly in the younger generations and the early to mid and early 30s people in my age group. So that's where we see society heading right now. Having a bunch of lonely people in it, people who are angry, bitter about not reaching their dreams. And this is a big case for men nowadays. There are a lot of men living at home right now who can hardly afford to pay for anything. They don't even have their own cars because they didn't have parents in their life who took the time out their life to teach them. They didn't manage to pay for anything that could really get them ahead in life. They can't get employed to a good paying job to where they can make a living. These are all things that you have to start looking at really objectively. And the more people want to keep questioning, saying, oh, people just aren't working hard enough, they're lazy, they complain too much, this society is soft, people are morons, people are just comfortable little babies. And notice the people who have those mindsets, those are usually the most miserable people on this planet, because they feel the need that they have to conform. They have to keep trying to show off to keep up a big image of themselves. When in reality, they're just hurting themselves on the inside. And that is the most saddest thing for people who actually live like that, who want to always put this glamour lifestyle ahead of everyone. They want to be so narcissistic, so arrogant when they speak, like, oh, you should be living this way. You should have this amount of money. You should think this way. You should have this college degree. You should be working at this job right here. You should have a relationship with this person right here. All of those are conditioning languages that are meant to keep you as a slave in this world. That is why you were better off by yourself. And right now, I know a lot of men don't see it that way. And yes, being alone is a very tough and difficult journey, especially when you aren't getting normal socialization. But there comes a time in your life to where you have to evolve past that. You know, the human race has adapted for centuries towards diseases, wars, famines. So if humanity is capable of adapting towards that and has the ability to do that, and especially talking to men here, you have to have the capability to adapt to this socialist, less relationships, no type of care. You have to have the ability to adapt from that. You have to start remaking yourself into who you want to be for yourself only. Do not try to be anyone else to get someone else's attention, to make other people proud. Forget about all of that noble nonsense. All that's going to do is continue your hurt. That's going to put a standard on you that you have to live up to. And the only standard that you should be living up to is the one that you're setting only for you to live up to. And even when you don't want to live up to that. Just give up on it and set another standard for yourself that's easier for you to live up to. At the end of the day, it's all about making your life easier. And that's something else that I want so many guys to take away from my video as well is do things to make your life easier. Do it in a healthy way. Do it in a way that will make sure that you're in a good headspace to where you can think clearly. You can rationally assess situations to, okay, this isn't going my way. That's going my way. So that's one of the things that I want guys to really focus on is really healing themselves and remaking themselves into the person that they want to be. Because a lot of us did not get the chance to do that at a young age, and we still aren't even getting that chance right now. But you have to force that chance into your life. And it's not going to be easy healing because it's a very difficult journey. You know, independence comes with a lot of war. Just remember that it comes with a lot of mental war, and really be prepared to take on the herd of this society and be prepared to socially stop talking to people who don't agree with your lifestyle. But you guys take care. Like and subscribe if you're new. Tell me what else you guys want me to elaborate on in the comment sections that I highly appreciate it. Very late as I'm recording this. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope I can come out with some more videos soon, more often. But you guys take care. But like I always tell you guys, stay away from the model woman. Thank you.